dancing, the boys struck up Should Old Acquaintance Be Forgot. I walked out on the stage, and the end of my sheet got caught in the xylophone.
You kept walking?
Yep, my sheet kept unwinding. It was one old acquaintance that crowd never forgot.
Billy Mills in the orchestra and Glowworm.
Oh, I'm so excited about tonight, McGee.
Yeah, you said it, me too.
The country club dance at last.
Yeah?
Ah, that's high society.
Yeah. You stick with me, Tootsie, and I'll get you into society so high your nose will bleed.
My, I've just got a million things to do this afternoon.
Yeah?
I'll go to the beauty shop.
And I'll go to the barber shop.
Oh, I can't wait to spread the word around at the beauty shop.
Yeah, I'll spread the word around at the barber shop, too. And the Elks Club, and Kramer's drugstore, and any place else I can trap an audience. Boy, will I tell Doc Gamble.
Oh, when I tell Mabel, too. Who's that?
Well, looks like the kid from Kramer's drugstore. Come in.
Hello, Ed. Come in.
Hello, Mrs. McGee. Hi, Mr. McGee.
Oh, hi, Eddie.
I can't stay but a minute. I was out delivering stuff for Mr. Kramer this morning, and I lost something somewhere, so I was kind of backtracking.
Well, you didn't come here today, Ed.
Well, I didn't think so, but, gosh, I stopped to see my new girl for a minute this morning, and I kind of got absent-minded. Mr. Kramer was pretty sore when I came back without it.
What, Ed? What'd you lose?
His truck. I left it someplace.
My gosh, boy, you must have got absent-minded.
Sounds like quite a girl, Ed.
Oh, Virginia's real dreamy, Mrs. McGee.
Yeah?
Yes, sir. We're going to the football game tomorrow. Wistful Vista College plays Slow Rapids Agricultural in the Rhubarb Bowl.
Well, that ought to be a titanic struggle.
Oh, Virginia's one of the cheerleaders. Twirls the baton, too.
Oh.
Sounds like a talented girl.
Oh, sure is. Her girlfriends claim that she's got a swelled head, but she hasn't really.
Oh?
It's just a little lumpy from the baton falling on her. Oh, I wish you could come to the game tomorrow and watch her work.
Well, we'll be out late tonight, Edward. The country club dance.
Oh, you should see her go. Oh, she sort of throws her head back and her golden curls kind of stream out in the breeze, and she opens her little rosebud mouth and says, "Break their backs, break their necks, turn them into total wrecks."
Gee. Yeah. Sounds very glamorous, Ed. Do you think the team will win tomorrow?
Well, we could, Mr. McGee. We haven't won a game this year so far.
My goodness, must be a pretty terrible team.
No, we got some darn good players in there. There's a halfback named Crazy Legs Brown who's a great runner, and an end named Crazy Hands Jones who's a great pass catcher.
Well, then how come they never win a game?
Well, I think it's the fault of the quarterback, the way he calls the signal.
Oh?
His name is Crazy Head Smith. Well, I better get back to Virginia's. Back to Kramer's. Goodbye now.
Yeah, so long, Ed.
Back to Virginia.
Isn't he cute?
Yeah.
You know, when those youngsters fall in love, they really forget everything.
Mr. McGee, excuse me.
Yeah, Ed.
What did I come by here for?
We're looking for the truck.
Kramer's truck, remember?
Oh, that's right. I lost it. Thanks.
Where were we when he came in?
Well, we were talking about all the things I have to do this afternoon.
Oh, yeah.
Take your tux to have it cleaned.
Yeah.
Go to the beauty shop. Say, do you think I ought to wear a corsage tonight?
Not with your figure, kiddo. You don't have to strap yourself into one of them whalebone jackets.
McGee, a corsage is a bunch of flowers.
Oh, corsage. Oh, sure, I'll get you some flowers. Yeah, not a little dinky bunch either. How'd you like a double chrysanthemum to stick in your hair? Maybe a horseshoe of roses to hang around your neck.
No, dearie, all I want is an orchid. Just one teeny orchid.
Oh, just one orchid. Okay, hey, I'll call Bagley's Flower Shop and tell them to send one over right away. Hello, operator. Give me Bagley's Flower Shop. That's B-A-G. Is that you, Mert? How's every little thing?
Twice now in 2 hours.
What's that, Mert? Your brother went hunting. Oh, shot a wild lion down, eh?
He was shooting wild lions in Africa?
No, ducks at Dugan's Lake. Shot standing up for a while, and then he shot a wild lion down. What's that, Mert? Yeah, well, I didn't do it right anyway. Line's busy. I'll call him later.
You can stop by there. You better get the car out and I'll put on my face.
Okay.
Hello, Molly. Hi, pal.
Hello, Mr. Wilcox.
Hi, Junior. I'd ask you to sit down, except for two things. One, you're already sitting down, and two, get up. We're getting ready to leave.
We are going to the country club dance, Mr. Wilcox.
Oh,
Yeah.
my gosh.
I and Molly are going to be the guests tonight of old man and Mrs. McDonald, the banking family, you know.
Oh, yeah. Say, that's a pretty fancy crowd, that country club set.
Yeah, my friend Mac was telling me they're leaving next week for a vacation trip, Junior. Wanted me to come along, but he didn't say so.
His friend Mac, that's Mr. Old Man McDonald.
Well, say, I could tell him about a wonderful spot, pal.
Yeah?
One of the most beautiful winter vacation places of all. The island of Jamaica in the West Indies.
Jamaica, huh? Oh, well, come on, Molly, let's get
The winter vacationer will find everything in Jamaica, kids. Golden beaches, palm trees, luxurious hotels. You can get a travel folder on Jamaica by just writing for it, pal.
Oh, you can?
Sure. All you do is write Jamaica on a postcard with your name and address and send it to Box 319, Radio City, New York 20, New York. That's Box 319, Radio City, New York, New York. You'll not only find a beautiful vacation spot, but you'll find something else that's very important, too.
What's that, Mr. Wilcox?
Bauxite.
You got indigestion, son?
Bauxite, pal, is the ore from which aluminum is made.
Oh, you're always sticking your oar in, Junior.
You see, Jamaica has the world's largest deposits of bauxite.
Don't I?
Yes, and Reynolds Jamaica Mines Limited has pioneered in their development.
Now he's sneaking the Reynolds boys in by way of Jamaica. Sneak out of here, Molly. We got to
The Reynolds Metals Company is building a huge new processing plant near Corpus Christi, Texas, right now, to take care of that Jamaica bauxite.
Oh?
They already have an aluminum plant there with a capacity of 160 million pounds a year.
Well, I'm glad they're getting a new one. It's been awful cramped in that little old 160 million joint. Well, grab your hat, Molly. We got...
And wait a minute. At Arkadelphia, Arkansas, another new Reynolds aluminum plant will add 120 million pounds yearly.
Hardly worth mentioning. Grab your tux.
Yeah.
In 1953, the Reynolds Metals Company will reach a total production capacity of 829 million pounds a year.
Wow.
Think of it. 829 million pounds of aluminum.
Yeah, that ain't tin. Grab your coat, Molly. We got to get...
Well, that's Reynolds' New Year's report to the nation.
Yeah.
More aluminum, more vitally needed aluminum.
Yeah.
You want more figures? More statistics?
No. Just more silence. That's McGee's New Year's report to Wilcox. More silence. More vitally needed silence.
Somewhere back there you mentioned Jamaica, Mr. Wilcox. It sounds lovely, and if any of those country club people mention winter vacations, I'll see that McGee tells them where to go.
Well, I hope he gets a chance before they tell him where to go.
I'll back the car out now. You put on your coat and let's get on down.
Now, let's see. I left my evening slippers at the shoe shop. Your tux will be ready. Oh, there's Mrs. Bradley's limousine.
Oh, yeah.
Mrs. Bradley. See you at the country club dance tonight. Her car windows were closed.
Yeah. Going 40 miles an hour, too. What were you saying?
I say your tux will be ready when we start home.
Oh, yeah.
Come on. Oh, hello, Dr. Gamble.
Well, season's greetings, my dear. Hiya, Clodhead.
Hello, Satchel Bottom. I'd like to stop and gab with you, but I find it too dull. So long.
Hey, wait a minute. What's the hurry?
Well, you'll be interested to know that we're going to the country club dance tonight, Doctor.
Oh, well, congratulations. I didn't know you moved in those circles.
Well, we will from now on, Beltbuster. Must seem pretty impressive to a guy that the only circles he moves in are the ones his tummy makes as he waddles along on his little duck feet.
Where'd you get the invitation, Molly? It was you they invited, of course.
It was not.
Oh?
For your information, and boy, do I love to do this to you. Old man McDonald asked me.
Good heavens, that twitch of his must be worse than I thought. Seemed all right yesterday, but I better go
Now,
and
wait
see
a
him.
minute. Quit crying, you big faker. Look how scared he is, Molly. He's afraid I'll start taking my business to Dr. Goldenrod, you know, the society doctor. But don't worry, little boy, don't worry. I'll still drop into your humble office now and then and let you give me a check.
Oh, thank you. That's more than you've given me since 1939.
You'll probably see our pictures in the society news tomorrow, Fatso. That country club bunch is my type of people, you know.
My heart bleeds for them.
I like the type of people that know how to enjoy living. There's some very high livers in that crowd, boy.
Yes, and some very low stomachs. Goodbye.
The King's Men with wonderful Copenhagen and no two people.
Be her tavern light on this merry night. Let us clink and drink one night. Wonderful, wonderful Copenhagen, oh, you'll queen of the sea. One night sailed away, but I'm home today, singing Copenhagen. Wonderful, wonderful Copenhagen for me. Wonderful, wonderful Copenhagen. What a town, what a sweet, wonderful town. What a merry, merry sight on this merry, merry night. Let us drink and drink one now. Come on, drink her down. Wonderful, wonderful Copenhagen, oh, you're queen of the sea. One night sail away, but I'm home again today in the arms of the only one. No two people have ever been so in love, been so in love, been so in love. I'm telling you, no two people have ever been so in love with my lovely doll and me. The unique, the positive beat. Oh, we are the most unusual couple. No two people have ever mooned such a moon, such a June, such a June, spoon, such a spoon. I mean to say, no two people have ever been so in tune as my macaroon and I. And when we kiss, and when we kiss, and when we kiss, and when we kiss, it's historical, hysterical, cataclysmic. Wow, no two people have ever been so in love, been so in love, been so in love. No wonder it's wonderful here in
Hurry up, dearie. I'm due at the beauty shop.
Yeah, I want to get that barber shop. Oh, wait. I want to tell Ole about tonight. Hey, Ole. Boy.
Oh, missus. You too, McGee.
Hello, Ollie.
We haven't got time to stop and talk, Ole. We're going to the country club dance.
But I didn't holler at you, McGee. You was the fella that hollered at me.
Yeah, well,
I was just sitting here sleeping off the Elks Club steps, and you hollered, "Hey, Ole, hi, boy." And that's all, missus.
That's right, Ollie.
And don't call me boy.
well, I just wanted to tell you that I and Molly...
Move the feet, McGee. I'm sleeping.
Oh. Well, anyhow, I and Molly are going to the country club dance tonight with my old friend, Old Man McDonald.
Your old friend?
Yeah.
That's the old man McDonald that last week you left your umbrella in the shower, and after he sat on it, his shirt as you clear around the lobby trying to stab you with it? That old friend?
Well, we were just playing.
Maybe you were playing, but if I didn't flip McDonald with a pool cue, I'd be one of your pallbearers. No.
Pete McGee, huh? Oh. Well, if anybody's looking for me around here tonight, Ole, Wimp or more troops or anybody, just tell them I and Molly are at the country club dance, will you?
Give your wife my regards, Ole, and Happy New Year to you both.
Well, thank you, missus. And to you, I say Happy New Year, too. And to you, McGee, all I can say is move the cockeyed Timo.
So if you give me a good job of barbering, Frank, I'll throw all my friends at the country club's business your way. Hey, watch that razor, boy. I got tender ears.
Oh, yes, sir.
Yeah. Give me another hot towel first. I figure a guy ought to look his best for a country club dance. My wife's over at the beauty shop getting worked. Like I said to my old friend, Old Man McDonald, you call that a hot towel, Frank? Give me a hot one.
Yes, sir.
Mac, I said, if I was you, I'd take the $40 million and I'd have me invest it for you. Because I...
towel.
Now, just relax, Mrs. McGee, and I'll give you your facial.
All right, go ahead.
I'll pack the cream firmly into the skin, dear.
When we get to the country club dance tonight with Mr. and Mrs. McDonald, I want to look my best.
Oh, you will, dear. Your skin is just a little dry, but
Well,
everything...
I'm sure you'll fix it beautifully. You did such a wonderful job on my friend Mabel Coots. When she came in here last week, her face looked like a cheap alligator purse.
Yes, I remember.
But when you got through with her, it looked like fine, expensive leather.
There you are, Mr. McGee. Shave, haircut, and a singe. Anything else?
Yeah. Douse me with the most expensive smelling stuff you got in the shop, Frank.
Yes, sir. Coming up.
You about ready to go, McGee? It's 6:30.
Any minute, kiddo. Well, come on, slap it on, Frank. Ah. Boy, that smells great. Hey, Molly, can you smell it?
Oh, indeed I can, dearie.
Yeah. Back up about 3 steps, will you? You smell it now?
Yes, I can.
Well, back up a little more. You still smell it?
No, I can't smell it outside here.
Come on, douse me again, bud. I want them country clubbers to know I'm coming the minute I hit the driveway. That's these bow ties anyhow. Collar keeps popping open and... Now, there. I can keep that collar closed till I get my tie tied now.
Well, I'm all ready to go, McGee. How do I look? What time is it and how you doing?
Well, beautiful, 8:30, and awful. Can't get my bow tie tied.
Here, let Mother do it. Hold your chin up. Now hold up the other one. That's it. Men don't know how to tie ties.
Well,
There you are. Ah, you look so handsome.
Oh, God.
What an evening this will be. That was certainly a lucky break this morning when Mr. McDonald's car broke down.
Yeah. Well, I'll get your coat.
How does my dress look in the back? All right?
Oh, it looks wonderful.
Oh.
You'll be the darling of the social set tonight.
Oh?
If you could have saw me walking around this country club this morning, waving that Corona balloon cigar and criticizing the decorations, you'd have been so proud. Ah, just when we're trying to leave. Come in.
Hey, daughter. Hey, Johnny, did you hear the news? A fire, big fire. Where? I just come from watching it, kid. Where? The country club. Burn to the ground.
The country club? Why, that can't burn down. We're going
Oh,
on.
it was quite a sight, kid. Clean to the ground.
Oh, this is awful. Do they know what caused it?
The insurance people are working on it now, son.
Yeah?
Seems like somebody laid a Corona balloon of cigar down this morning and fell in a pile of decorations. Hold it a while.
This is just sickening.
Burn clean to the ground. Fibber and Molly return in a moment. To all of you, when you sing Auld Lang Syne tomorrow night, we hope you are surrounded by good friends, by old acquaintances who should not be forgotten. That's the human side of living. But in material things, what you look for always is the new, the better way. And in your kitchen, in all your cooking and food keeping, that means Reynolds Wrap. The original and genuine, the pure aluminum foil. Make sure you start the new year right. by stocking up on Reynolds Wrap at your grocer's. He has it in standard 25-foot rolls and in jumbo economy rolls, 75 feet. Ask for it by name, Reynolds Wrap. Made by the world's largest producers of aluminum foil, the Reynolds Metals Company.
Ladies and gentlemen, we hope you have better luck with your New Year's Eve plans than Molly and I did.
Yes, but whatever your plans for seeing the new year in, please be careful.
And whatever you do, drive carefully.
Please drive carefully. Don't get hurt. It's not a very happy new year when you look at it from a hospital bed.
Good night, and Happy New Year.
Good night, all.
The Reynolds Metals Company, pioneers of progress through aluminum, brings you Fibber McGee and Molly each week at this time. Reynolds Aluminum also brings you Mr. Peepers, starring Wally Cox on NBC television Sunday nights. See your local paper for time and channel. And don't forget to be with us again next Tuesday night. Good night.
Transcribed. Tonight, play Two for the Money with Herb Schreiner on NBC.
The Reynolds Aluminum Program with Fibber McGee and Molly. Reynolds Metals Company, makers of Reynolds Aluminum, presents Fibber McGee and Molly, transcribed with Bill Thompson, Arthur Q. Bryant, Dick LeGrand, Cliff Arquette, Bob Sweeney, and me, Harlow Wilcox. The show is written by Phil Leslie and Keith Fowler and directed by Max Hutto, with music by the King's Men and Billy Mills Orchestra. Here's a bright idea for 1953. Don't do any more heavy scouring in your kitchen. Just line your broiler pan and baking dishes with Reynolds Wrap, the original and genuine, the pure aluminum foil. Line your frying pan, too, if you're frying anything that can leave a burned-in crust. Then you just lift out the aluminum foil, and your pan stays clean. It's great for lining casseroles, this Reynolds Wrap. Looks pretty if you let the silvery foil stick up around the top. And then afterward, for whatever is left over, you just fold the foil down to keep it perfect for a second serving. Start the year right with plenty of Reynolds Wrap. Stock up at your grocer's. Standard 25-foot rolls and jumbo economy rolls, 75 feet. Also, heavy-duty Reynolds Wrap, half a yard wide. Make sure it's Reynolds Wrap, made by the world's largest producers of aluminum foil, the Reynolds Metals Company. There's nothing more touching than the reunion of two old friends who haven't met for 20 years. They smile, their hands clasp, they look into each other's eyes, and they say to themselves, "Boy, does he look old." Such a reunion is in store today for Mr. McGee of Fibber McGee and Molly.
Good old Fred Nittany, the guy that I and him had at the vaudeville act together from Starved Rock, Illinois. Just to think, after 20 years, I'm going to see old Fred again.
What did he say on the postcard? He's changing trains here?
Yeah, 3 o'clock this afternoon. He gets in from the west on the southbound Great Northern and goes east on the western and southern.
Oh.
Going to be at the Union Station for half an hour.
So we're going to visit him between trains?
No, we'll visit him on the platform. You can get hurt between them trains.
I don't know what I'd do without you to protect me.
Ah, the happy years we spent together. I got a lot of tender memories of my old pal Fred, especially in my toes.
In your toes?
Yeah, where he used to drop the Indian clubs during our juggling act. They still give me a twinge whenever the weather turns cold.
My goodness, did he always drop the Indian clubs on your feet, Tootsie?
Only when we juggled. Boy, you should have seen the finish we had for our act, Molly. Fred balanced himself on a rubber beach ball and pulled rabbits out of a plug hat while I stood on his shoulders with a pair of drumsticks and beat out the anvil chorus on his head. Had to give it up, though. Got too painful for poor old Fred.
Well, I should think so. He must have had terrible headaches.
Oh, his head never hurt him none. Fred was allergic to fur, and the rabbits gave him the hives. I can hardly wait for 3 o'clock to see him again. Old Fred Nittany, the guy that I had us about.
Come in. Oh, good morning, Mr. Wimple.
Oh, hi, Wim.
Hello, folks. Am I interrupting anything?
No, we're just sitting around gabbing. I was telling Molly about an old friend who's coming to town today and how glad I'll be to see him.
Oh, I feel just the same way about old friends. They're friendlier than other friends and older.
You said a confused mouthful, boy.
I know how glad I'd be to see my oldest friend, Stanley Shapiro.
He doesn't live here, does he?
No, he moved away several years ago, but we still exchange eggs.
Eggs?
We both collect birds' eggs, Mr. McGee. A very amusing thing happened last month.
Yeah?
I sent Stanley a titwillow's egg, and he sent me a tattersall sparrow's egg.
Oh.
So I wrote and said that I'd given him tit for tat. Isn't that amusing?
Yeah, very.
Stanley and I have very complete collections. In fact, I don't know of anyone else who has eggs of the lower Louisiana duck.
The duck. Are you stammering, Mr. Wimple?
No. The duck gets its name because the female of the species is very thoughtful.
Oh?
She always lays her eggs while flying, and in case someone might be below, she always calls out, "Duck! Duck!"
My, isn't nature wonderful? You and Stanley have those eggs?
I have, Mrs. McGee. I caught one in my hat.
Well, good for you.
Stanley and I were watching for one, but when the little lady duck flew past crying, "Duck! Duck!" Stanley forgot to. We call him Egghead now.
We have to see your egg collection sometime, Mr. Wimple.
Oh, I wish you would. They have no appeal at all for her.
Her? You mean?
Yes, sweetie face, my big old ignorant wife.
She doesn't appreciate them?
No, she just looks at my lovely collection and says, "All those eggs and no bacon."
Everything else the orchestra. Don't let the stars get in your eyes.
Hey, Molly, guess what I just found in my old trunk up in the attic?
Money?
No. Look, a program from Frankenstein's Gaiety Theater in Sherman, Georgia, where I and Fred Nittany played in 1926. See, there's our names.
Oh, for goodness sake.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Uh-huh.
McGee and Nittany.
Yeah.
Snappy songs and witty sayings.
Yeah. That was a great bill at the Gaiety, kiddo. The headliner that week was the Irish tenor, a guy named Larry Omanza.
To him.
Yeah.
Some of those other acts look interesting, too. Like this here Royal Hong Kong Tumblers.
Oh, yeah, that was an acrobatic act. 3 young Chinese fellows named One Hop, Hang High, and Swing Far Low.
Good, were they?
Oh, they had a terrific finish to their act. Hang High would run and take One Hop onto the shoulders of Swing Far Low. Then he'd swing far low and grab One Hop and hoist him up till One Hop would hang high over Swing Far Low.
Like to witness.
Ah, gee, well, old Fred loved to see this program. The memories that I and him have together.
Oh, hello, Dr. Gamble.
Hello, my dear. And a disgusted glance at you, Hammerhead.
Hi, Bacon Bottom. Put both your satchels down, the one you carry stuff in and the one you sit on.
You have a rare gift of hospitality, McGee.
You betcha.
Some people make me feel at home, but you make me feel that I'd rather be at home.
All right, boys, playtime is over.
Oh, well, he makes me feel.
Thanks. I just wanted to remind little Creepy here that he's due at my office tomorrow morning for his regular bi-monthly checkup.
I'm not buying any monthly checkup this month, Patsy. So just forget it.
Scared, my boy?
Of course I ain't scared. I just don't want you prowling over my carcass like you was trying to strike oil.
Molly, you should see how Strongheart behaves when I do lure him into my den.
Huh.
You care to hear the procedure?
Oh, I certainly would.
Well, first I have him remove his clothes. And I may add that I've seen more attractive frames with cucumbers growing in them.
Look who's talking.
Then I drape a sheet around him. For the next 5 minutes, I examine his chest.
My, you must do a thorough job.
Well, the actual examination of his chest only takes a minute. I need the other 4 minutes to find it.
I ought to punch you right in the stethoscope.
When that's completed, I take a drop of blood from his finger for a blood count. Just 1 drop. But he screams like his entire crankcase was being drained.
So, and you know it, so right down. I ain't coming to your office tomorrow, and that's as final as turkey hatch.
All right, crybaby.
And it ain't on account of I'm scared, too, either.
All right, stay home, little man, but just let me give you a prescription. This is for free.
What kind of prescription?
Well, you fill a metal receptacle with an aqueous solution of high thermal intensity in which to immerse your pedal extremity.
What's all that malarkey mean?
Fill a pan with hot water and dunk your dogs in it. Still say you've got cold feet. Goodbye.
Cold feet, my clavicle. I had the hottest feet on the Gus Sun time when I and old Fred had us an act in vaudeville together.
Hot feet?
Yeah.
Or maybe your shoes were too tight because tight
Oh, Monty.
Hello, Molly. Hi, pal.
Hello, Mr. Wilcox.
Hi, Junior. I'd ask you to sit down, but we're going to meet a train in an hour or so. My friend Fred Nittany's going to be in town.
Fred Nittany?
Yeah?
Is that the fellow that you and him had your vaudeville act together from Starved Rock, Illinois?
Right.
Ah, you fellows must have had great time.
Oh, we did
Yeah.
indeed.
I get a kick out of talking show business with my uncle.
Oh?
Yeah, he's been in it for years. Uncle Big Top Wilcox.
Was he in the vaudeville, too?
Oh, no. Uncle Big Top is a circus man. Last year, he almost got an act that would have made him a fortune. A talking horse.
Oh, cut it out, Junior. I'm in no mood for shaggy haybag stories.
But wait a minute. Wait a minute. This is true, pal. Uncle Big Top heard of this talking horse who lived on a farm in Iowa. So he went there last July to see the horse's owner. He found him in the barn and got a very cool reception.
Unfriendly, huh?
Oh, no. The farmer was quite friendly. Uncle Big Top got a cool reception because the barn was covered with Reynolds lifetime aluminum roofing and siding, which in summer throws off the heat of the sun.
Yeah. That's what we get for letting him start a yarn about a horse, Molly. We should have known one plug would lead to another.
Wait a minute. If he'd gone there in the wintertime, he'd have gotten a warm reception because cows and pigs and poultry keep warmer under aluminum in winter.
Is that so?
Yes. Their body heat is reflected back from the roof and walls.
Yeah, but what's that got to do with the horse?
Look, This winter heat and summer coolness pays off in increased production.
You do?
More weight on hogs, more milk from cows, more eggs from hens.
More words from Wilcox.
And words worth hearing, pal.
Yes, but Mr. Wilcox, what about the talking horse your uncle went
Now,
after?
what about that?
Oh, yeah. Well, the farmer took Uncle Big Top to see the talking horse, and Uncle Big Top asked him if he'd like to join the circus.
That's the horse?
Mm-hmm. The horse turned him down. Said he'd rather stay on the farm, where all the buildings had Reynolds Lifetime aluminum roofing inside.
What the horse said, huh?
Well, those weren't his exact words. Uncle Big Top said, "Would you like to join the circus?" And the horse said, "Nay." So long now.
I should have asked Junior to come along with us and meet my old pal Fred, you know?
Yes, they might have a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
If Fred is interested in aluminum. Otherwise, they'd be dead.
Yeah. Old Fred and I always helped each other. Like the time we were on the same bill with a strong man called Powerful Percy. Mm-hmm. Used to wrap crowbars around his Adam's apple and bite off 3 cents worth of a 6-penny nail.
And you got mixed up with this gorilla?
Yeah, his wife worked with him, you see. A cute little trick that wore black silk stockings practically up to her shoulders. In the nail. Fred sort of flirted. One night, Powerful Percy comes dancing into our dressing room and took a poke at Fred. Buster, I said, you made a bad mistake. You do that again and you'll wind up on the fire.
You said that to the strong man?
No, to Fred. That was after I took him to the hospital. I figured that was the most helpful advice a friend could give.
Hold it, dearie. Let's see who this is. Come in. Hello, name. Well, good afternoon.
Hello, missus, and the same to you, McGee. Hi, only we're leaving in a minute. You want to go down and meet a train with us, boy? No, thanks. And I tell you once before, McGee, don't call me boy. Okay, I forgot. Boys is just kids with pants on, and these ain't kids' pants. Okay, when you call a fella a boy, it means you think he's childish. Okay, so cut it out, boy. All right, I will.
Ollie, we're going down to meet an old friend of his this afternoon, a man he was in the hospital with.
Yeah. Oh, is that the fella that you and him had a water back together from Starvation, Illinois, McGee? Starcross, Illinois. I knew it was someplace close to hunger. Oh, Fred Nippy, the greatest pal a guy ever had. There was nothing I and old Fred wouldn't do for each other, and we done it all the time. That friendship is a very good thing, McGee. I had a friend like that when I was a kid in Sweden. Oh? Olsen, his name was. He was Swedish.
Sounds like he might be.
That boy was my bosomest friend, missus. Me and him smoked our first cigarettes together. Olsen got those rather black cigarettes with the strong tobacco, you know, that, Turkish? No, he was Swedish, McGee. Olsen is a Swedish name. I know. He played our first game of pool together. You know, Olsen, he could hit the ball and roll it backwards. He put that stuff on it that reverse English? No, he was Swedish, man. Olsen, that's a Swedish name.
Yes, we know.
I remember one time his uncle sent Olsen a penny from America. Not the Lincoln penny, it was that other kind that Indian had. No, he was Swedish head and all. See, Olsen is a Swedish name. We know.
Whatever happened to you, Molly? Are you still friends?
No, we always shared everything we had, missus, and I guess we overdid it. Overdid it? When I first met my missus, I showed her to my friend Olsen. He took one look at her, and he says, "Fine by me, we'll marry the girl." That was the end of that, and this is the end of this. So long, boys.
King's Men and Winter Wonderland.
Over the ground, the black and white, a heaven of diamonds shines in the night. Two hearts are thrilled in spite of the chill and the weather. Are you listening? In the the snow is glistening. A wonderful time for happy tonight. Walking in a winter wonderland. Gone away is the bluebird, here to stay is the new bird. He sings a love song as we go along. Then pretend that he is fine tomorrow. He'll say, are you married? We'll say, no, man. But you can do the job when you're in love.
I was just thinking the same thing, just like in the movie.
We'll conspire as we dream by the fall. And faith's not afraid the plans that we made. Hey, bells ring in the a beautiful sight.
This is like the Christmas song.
Walking in a
What they do with it.
Oh, I just love a railroad station, McGee. Always so exciting.
It's exciting today, kiddo. Wait till you meet my pal, old Fred.
I can hardly.
Me and him fought all the time we worked together, but boy, the fun we had. We were younger then, you know, kind of impulsive.
Yeah.
Funny when you get older, you look back at all the silly things you fought about when you were young.
Attention, please. Train number 17, the Milkman, now leaving on track 2 for East Wistful Vista, West Wistful Vista, North Wistful Vista, South Wistful Vista, and Wistful Vista. Oh,
Not his train?
No, Fred gets in on number 12, the cinder bucket. Gee, Molly, I'll never forget the night we broke up that act, just on account of a little disagreement.
Disagreement?
Yeah, we were juggling Indian clubs, and Fred let one slip through his fingers. It clobbered a patron in the third row, and old Fred claimed I did.
Tried to blame you?
Yeah.
I hope you didn't hold still for that.
Hold still, I was all over that stage like sawdust. Me and old Fred had a running fist fight, and the audience got such a bang out of it, the manager wanted us to throw out the juggling and just do the fight every night.
No business like show business.
So I quit and let Fred do the act alone after that. I went back to our dressing room, packed my shirt, buttered Fred's Indian clubs, and left. There's nothing like a well-buttered Indian club to louse up a juggling act.
You were thinking every minute.
attention, please. All passengers waiting for train number 7 to come in. You can go now. It left.
Say, McGee, hadn't we better check the information window and see if his train is on time because of its late?
I'm just one jump ahead of you, Tootsie. Window's right here. Hey, boss, you the information clerk?
Yes, I am, sir. What information do you have for me?
I haven't got any information for you, Bud. I come here to ask you something.
Yes, a friend is coming in today, sir.
Oh, well, hello there, baby. I didn't see you there behind the gum machine. Move back, sir. You're in the lady's way.
Huh? Oh, excuse me, lady. I didn't realize. Oh, you mean her? Well, don't worry about her, Bud. She's all right.
She certainly is all right. Ah, yes. You down here to meet somebody, honey?
Well, yes. An old friend,
They're coming to visit you, eh? Well, say now, when your friend gets here, baby, I'll close up this window and you and I'll show her the town.
What?
Hey, now, wait.
I'll get Lester the baggage buster for your friend, baby. Huh? And the four of us will take in Chinatown. I know a little chop suey joint that serves the greatest bean sprout waffles you ever take.
Oh. Just a darn minute, Buster. My wife and I came down here to meet a train.
Well, run back to your wife and stop bothering this little lady here. Well, we've got plans to make, haven't we, honey?
You stop calling me honey. I'm married.
What?
To him, my husband.
Yes, my wife.
Gad, my mistake. Good day.
Oh, come on, Molly. We'll find the train ourselves.
Look down that way, gate 7. Lots of people coming out there.
Oh, that's it. That's Fred's train. The cinder bucket. Come on. Ah, what a reunion this is going to be. McGee and Nittany. The greatest vaudeville act that ever...
Watch for him now. Do you think you'll know him after all these years?
Know him? Me? Ha! Know my old pal, old Fred Nittany? I could pick him out with my eyes shut out of 500 guys wearing black suits in the bottom of a coal mine at midnight.
How?
Sen. Old Fred loved Sen. Hey, there he is, Molly. Ah, good old Fred. My pal, Fred boy.
They're all as the guy said when he picked out the spot for the ocular shop, what a sight for sore eyes. Good old friend. Give me some skin, boy. Long time no see, pal. Haven't got much time between trains, pal. Is that clock right up there on the wall?
Yep, it's right up there on the wall. We used to murder him with that one in East St. Louis.
Yeah, that's a good clock, boy. Runs 8 days without winding.
How long will it run if you wind it?
I completely forgot my manners, Molly. I want you to meet old Fred Pitney, the guy that I and him had at the vaudeville.
Yes, how do you do, I'm sure.
Glad to meet you, Mrs. McGee. Old Fib always did have an eye for a pretty girl. This little pigeon used to meet after the show, the one that waited table.
Now, ask about that. It's sure great to see you, Fred, old man.
You know, I've heard a lot about you, Mr. Nittany.
Yeah, great. Hey, remember the night we were playing the benefit at the Masonic Temple and you fell through the bass drum?
Yeah, and remember the Liberty Theater in Cedar Rapids and that we were the closing act?
Yeah, the curtain stuck and wouldn't come down, and we stood there and sung 23 choruses of It Ain't Gonna Rain No More.
That was just before we broke up the act.
Yeah. That was silly, wasn't it, Fred? Busting up over nothing.
Sure was. I missed you, pal.
He's missed you too, Mr. Nittany. He talks about you.
All the time. Yep, I shouldn't have got sore just because you dropped an Indian club, old pal.
Dropped an Indian? Me?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, pal. If you think back, you remember that you were the guy who fumbled the Indian club, old pal.
Ah, it's been a long time, Fred, old pal. Don't you remember how it happened? You let the club slip through your fingers and then picked a fight with me.
And his memory's a little faulty, Mrs. McGee. He's getting older, I guess. What happened was he dropped an Indian club and hit a customer.
No. You dropped the club, Fred. You always were a little butterfinger.
Me, Butterfinger? Now, look, McGee, we might as well get this straight for your wife here.
I don't really care, Mr. Nittany.
I already told her how it happened. You dropped the club, Buster.
You dropped the club, stupid.
Oh, now, don't call me a liar.
You're trying to start something.
What do you mean? Don't put your hands on me, Nick. I'll poke you right in the nose. Oh, cool. I'll poke you right in the
Fibber and Molly return in a moment. Everybody knows that one of the most essential materials for our national defense is aluminum. Aluminum for all our planes, for 1,000 parts of tanks and trucks, for bazooka barrels and pontoon bridges and radar towers. Military uses multiply, and at the same time, civilian uses grow even faster. Manufacturers know that almost any kind of durable goods is made better with light, strong, rust-proof aluminum. So it's good to know that in this year of 1953, 2 great new Reynolds plants will go into production. The production capacity of the Reynolds Metals Company will be stepped up to 829 million pounds, nearly 3 times the total output of the whole USA before World War II. More and more Reynolds aluminum for windows, gutters, roofing, siding, for all the products that aluminum makes better. That's the New Year's progress report of the Reynolds Metals Company, pioneers of progress through aluminum.
So the judge said $5 apiece for disorderly conduct, and I paid the fines with my last $10 bill.
You paid them both?
Yeah, well, Fred was short of cash, so he gave me this check for his 5, and I took him down to the train.
Well, that isn't his name on that check, McGee.
Oh, Fred explained that to me. He's involved in some kind of a lawsuit now, so he keeps his bank account under a phony name. Joe Gump, the name is. See the signature?
Yes, very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
G-O.
Joe.
J-U-M-P.
Hey, wait a minute. Oh, John.
Yes.
Good old Fred. Good night.
Good night, all.
The Reynolds Metals Company, pioneers of progress through aluminum, brings you Fibber McGee and Molly each week at this time. Reynolds Aluminum also brings you Mr. Peepers, starring Wally Cox, on NBC television Sunday night. See your local paper for time and channel. And don't forget to be with us again next Tuesday night. Good night.
Tonight, play Two for the Money with Herb Schreiner on NBC, the National Broadcasting Company.
Aluminum program with Fibber McGee and Molly. The Reynolds Metals Company, makers of Reynolds Aluminum, presents Fibber McGee and Molly, transcribed with Bill Thompson, Arthur Q. Bryan, Dick LeGrand, Jack Crucian, Tyler McVeigh, Colleen Collins, and me, Harlow Wilcox. The show is written by Phil Leslie and Keith Fowler and directed by Max Hutto, with music by the King's Band and Billy Mills Orchestra. Maybe you think icicles are pretty. But if it's icicles hanging from the eaves of your house, that's a warning of danger. Water from your eaves may mean ice for you to slip on in winter or mud to track in the house in summer. Every house needs good, solid gutters and downspouts. And there's no excuse for not having them, since Reynolds has made gutters so inexpensive and so easy to put up. Handsome, rust-proof Reynolds lifetime aluminum gutters cost far less than any other rust-proof material. If you have an average 5-room house, you should be able to buy your gutters and downspouts for around $60. And they need no painting, ever. They go up without any soldering. Ask for Reynolds lifetime aluminum gutters at your hardware or building supply dealer. Or write Reynolds Metals Company, Louisville 1, Kentucky. When a man is young, he dreams of the day when he'll make himself a cool million. But he's willing to settle for a red-hot $40 when he reaches the age of Mr. McGee. Fibber McGee and Molly.
Ah, kiddo, we're in luck today. Old Dad's going to make a little transaction.
A financial transaction?
You betcha. As the whale said when he saw Jonah whipping through the water, I got my eye on a fast profit. Did you get it, Molly? Jonah was a prophet. When you make money,
It ain't funny, McGee.
struck me like a sharp witticism.
It struck me like a blunt instrument. What is this transaction you have in mind?
Well, you know old man McDonald, the president of the Third National Bank.
Of course I do.
Well, he was walking along Oak Street about lunchtime with Cy Pearson, the president of the Merchants and Plumbers Bank. And I was walking behind him.
I didn't expect you'd be walking with them.
Yeah. And just before they turned into the sump room for lunch, I heard old man McDonald tell Pearson he'd give $50 for a brown and white puppy. Like that.
For a puppy?
Yeah.
It was me.
A little dog. Right away, my brain started to click.
Oh, I'd like to have heard that.
There's only one good place in town to buy dogs, and that's the pet shop at 14th and Oak. I figured we'd go down there, buy a pup for maybe $10, and sell it off to old man McDonald for $50.
Yeah, but dearie, suppose Mr. McDonald goes over there and buys one himself.
You know, don't you worry. He'll be busy all afternoon at the bank, checking the 2 bit pieces to make sure no feathers fell off the eagles. So we got a clear road.
Well, it does sound promising, McGee, but isn't $50 an awful lot of money to pay for a puppy?
Oh, no, not if you're a dog fancier, which means you're willing to pay a fancier price for a dog.
I see.
He probably wants the pup to put in the dog show and win some blue ribbons with it or something.
My goodness, you know that always seems to me like a foolish waste of time and trouble. Blue ribbons.
Yeah?
What can you do with a blue ribbon?
Well, if you win enough of them, you can tie them together and use them to keep your pants up.
What?
I could.
Well, if Mr. McDonald is willing to pay that much, come in.
Hi, Johnny. Hello there, kid.
Hello, Mr. Oldtimer.
Hi, old-timer. I and Molly are about to go dog shopping.
Oh, I love dogs, kid.
Yeah?
We're looking for a brown and white one.
That's nice kind.
Yeah, brown and white.
I had a brown and white one when I was just a little shaver, and it caused quite a beef between Mama and Papa.
Fought over the dog, did they?
Yeah. Mama said it was a white dog with brown spots, and Papa claimed it was brown dog with white spots. They squabbled something fierce.
Oh, how silly.
That's what I thought, daughter. I didn't like to see trouble in the home, so one day when they was out, I painted the whole dog a bright green.
Hope that settled the argument.
For good, kid.
Yeah.
When they saw that green dog, Mama lost her voice for a month and Papa signed the pledge.
Well, what happened to the poor dog?
His whole personality changed, daughter. That's all. Being painted green made him think it was Irish. Ate nothing but corned beef and cabbage and started barking with a broom. Played pipe in his hip pocket, which was very uncomfortable because he didn't have any pockets.
We gotta go.
Well, he got so downright insufferable kids that I took him out and washed green paint off of them.
Good.
He went back in the house brown and white again and started another battle between Papa and Mama. Which is no doubt a fascinating story to you kids. Personally, I find it rather dull. So long. Willie Mills from the orchestra and Chicago Style.
Well, I've noticed Rain is really masturbating with TikTok. What? No, I'm not after one.
Go back to your spot.
Well, slow down, kiddo. Here's the place. Brockhausen's Pet Shop.
Good. I hope he has some nice puppies.
Oh, he's got the best pups in town. See his sign in the window? You can't go wrong with a Brockhausen puppy.
Well, you certainly can't go wrong buying one for $10 and selling it to Mr. McDonald for $50. Come on, let's go in.
You said it.
Oh, well, good afternoon. Welcome to Brockhouse. Oh. Hello, McGee, Mrs. McGee.
Hello.
Hi, Brokey. I want to look at some dogs.
Well, if you just want to look, the streets is full of them.
No.
If you want to buy one, what kind?
Well, we're looking for a brown and white puppy, Mr. Brockhausen.
Yeah, and not too expensive, Brokey. We're buying it for a guy.
Male or the female?
He's a male.
No, he means the puppy, dear.
Oh. Well, how do I know whether the pup is male or female? I haven't bought him yet.
How much do you want to spend?
$10.
$10?
$10.
Are you making jokes?
Huh?
Do you realize what you are talking about, a Brockhausen puppy? That's the finest pups in Wistful Vista. A Brockhausen puppy wants for $10 already. $10. How about this one here on the box here?
Look at him, McGee. Isn't he cute?
Well, all pups are cute, kiddo. All he's got to be for me is brown and white and $10.
Oh, this is a fine puppy, McGee.
Yeah?
His brother was gallant Prince Pied Piper II of Robin Hoodell, and his sister was Miss Peekaboo Fluffy Ruffles IV of Wee Bonny House in the Heather.
Well, what's his name?
Butch. He was the runt of the litter.
Oh, fine. And we can have him for $10?
Look, I will make with you a deal, McGee.
Yeah?
A customer wants a canary brought by a house today. You watch the shop while I deliver it, and for $10, the puppy is yours.
Well, that seems fair enough. You go ahead, Mr. Brockhausen.
Yeah, good deal, Brokey. I'll run the shop. You hurry back.
Don't worry, I'll hurry. Yeah, and don't run the shop, just watch it. Any customers come and have them wait, huh?
Now, let's look around, dearie. Isn't this an interesting place?
There's only one thing interests me, kiddo, and that's getting this puppy to old man McDonald.
$40 profit ain't a bad afternoon.
My goodness, will you look at all the fish tanks along the wall here? I'd like to have a bowl of goldfish, McGee, wouldn't you?
No, we had goldfish one time, back when Uncle Dennis was living with us. Remember what happened to the goldfish and the kerosene lamp you brought home from the antique shop?
Well, now, that wasn't Uncle Dennis's fault. He came home late and the house was dark.
Ooh, what a sight the next morning. No coal oil in the lamp and no fish in the bowl. And Uncle Dennis says to me, he says, McGee, I want to thank you for the nightcap you left out for me. The liquor was great, but the chaser was sort of lumpy.
Well, the poor lad was just confused in the dark. And besides,
What do you do? I'd like to speak to Mr. Brokehouse.
Well, he ain't here now, but I'm in charge. Anything I can show you?
No, I wanted to ask about a cat that I bought for Mr. Brokehouse. It's losing its hair.
Bad?
Oh, terrible. Almost half of its hair has fallen out. That's why I came back. Could you give me something to keep it in?
Oh, sure, that's easy. Here, use this.
What's this?
A paper bag. You can keep plenty of cat hair in that.
Oh, what's smart, Alan? Huh? Well, you haven't heard the last of this. Goodbye.
What's he popping off about?
well, I think she wanted something that would keep the hair in the cat.
Oh, I'll bet you're right. If she was going to stuff a pillow with it.
Well, I can imagine how the poor woman feels. Her cat must look awful.
Well, that's a break for her. Now her feelings won't get hurt.
What do you mean?
She'll think people are talking about the cat when they say, there goes the woman with the awful-looking puss. Yeah, that way. What's she looking at?
Oh, the lovebirds.
Oh,
Just look at them. Aren't they sweet? How would you like to have them, McGee?
look wild rice if they were a little bigger. Boy, Brokehausen's got every kind of pet there is.
Oh, wow.
Here, look. Turtle, chipmunk.
Canaries, parakeets.
Yeah.
Say, look at the big cage there with the blanket over it. I wonder what he has in there.
Well, I know how to find out. I'll lift the blanket and take a look. Hey, it's a parrot.
Was ist los, Dummkopf? Was ist los? Meine Hund?
Heavenly Days, a German parrot.
You said it, Fräulein. Why do you want to be no Schnitzer? What is it?
Little girl you're playing. Little dude playing it.
What? I don't know where Brokehausen ever got a bird like that.
Hello, Mr. Brokehausen. I came at... Molly, pal, what are you doing here?
Hello, Mr. Wilcox. We're just watching the shop until Mr. Brokehausen gets back.
You a customer here, Junior?
Yes, I'm looking for a little gift to send my uncle out in the country. That's my farmer uncle.
Oh?
Your former uncle? What is he now, your aunt?
No. I mean, my uncle who has a stock farm near Dugan's Lake, Molly.
Yeah, she knew that all right.
Uncle Big Bull Raiser Wilcox.
Oh, him.
Yeah, the gift isn't really for my uncle. It's for his bull, the one that just won first prize at county fair. I thought I'd get him a ring to wear in his nose.
Oh. Any special type of ring, Mr. Wilcox?
Well, nothing flashy, Molly. I thought maybe just a simple silver ring set with a few zircons and with an inscription inside that says, I owe my success to Reynolds Aluminum Irrigation Pipe.
Oh. Now, if that ain't the underhanded...
Believe me, that bull never could have put on the weight that won him the prize if it hadn't been for that portable irrigation system made with Reynolds aluminum pipe.
Yeah, but is the bull portable? Because portable bulls...
You see, an irrigation system like that is so light and easy to carry. You simply pick the pipe up and move it from field to field wherever you want and need water. And, man, what a difference that makes to a farmer.
I wish we were farmers so we could share your joy.
With a portable irrigation system, Reynolds aluminum pipe, the farmer increases his crop yield. He grows more feed to feed more cattle.
Yeah.
He gets himself more income per acre.
Yeah, but your uncle's bull, where'd he go?
When you irrigate with rust-proof Reynolds aluminum pipes, that's money in the bank. Why, it pays for itself over and over. Sometimes the very first year.
Yeah, but the...
Reynolds aluminum pipes.
Mr. Wilcox, I've been looking around. We don't seem to carry any rings for bulls' noses.
Oh, well, that's too bad. It would have looked fine on my uncle's prize bull, and later on, he could have used it for a more romantic purpose.
Your uncle?
No, the bull. There's a Jersey cow on the next farm, and my uncle's bull sort of likes her.
Oh, isn't that cute?
Yes. There's a pond between the two farms, and they both go there to drink.
Oh, you mean the bull could have given the cows a ring?
That's right. That's right. They're lovely. They're engaged. They use the same pond.
Mr. Wilcox tells such interesting stories, doesn't he?
Yeah, if you interest easy. That yarn about the cow reminds me of what happened to some fellows I used to know that had farms next to each other.
I don't believe I've ever heard that one.
I never told you about how Hugh Dow and Lou Howe had a row over a cow?
You never did.
Well, lean back against that fish tank, Tootsie, and I will. You see, Hugh Dow's farm was next to Lou Howe's, but Hugh Dow had a few cows, but Lou Howe had only 2 cows.
Well, what started the row?
Well, one day Lou Howe had a new cow, but Hugh Dow said he wouldn't allow Howe to keep the new cow on account of because it was a moo cow that had got loose from Hugh Dow.
The plot thickens.
Lou Howe said it wasn't true that his new cow was a loose cow and told Hugh Dow he'd better vamoose now, so Hugh Dow made a vow that he'd sue Lou Howe.
And did he?
In court. The judge decided that Lou Howe's new cow was Hugh Dow's loose cow, and so Lou Howe went to the who's cow. And that was the end of the Howe Dow cow row.
What was the judge's name?
Brown.
The reason I asked, Uncle Dennis knew a judge one time who liked to throw books.
Oh, is that so?
Oh, he was always throwing the book at Uncle Dennis.
Don't worry about it, kiddo. Look, while we're waiting for Brockhausen, I think I'll straighten out his stock a little.
I wouldn't touch anything, McGee.
Well, look at it. He's got no system. Here, help me move these canary cages to one side. I'll stack them all against the wall.
McGee, watch it. The bars are falling out.
What kind of cage?
There they go. The birds are out.
Oh, boy, look at them little things that fly. Hey, there's 4 of them. No, 5 of them. Boy, are they having fun.
Well, we better get them back in their cages, dearie. Here, Birdie. Here, Birdie. Oh, look at them zoom.
No, they're okay. They need the exercise. Let them fly. Here comes a customer.
Oh, it's Dr. Gamble. Hello, Doctor.
Well, well, fancy meeting you two here. Good afternoon, Molly. Hiya, leadhead.
Hi, duck shape.
What are you doing here?
Well, Mr. Brockhausen is out on a delivery, Doctor, and we're running the...
Hey, one of the canaries is loose.
Oh, well, look at him. Isn't he the little bright eyes? 5 of the canaries are loose, stupid.
Oh.
The bottom fell out of one of the bird cages.
Oh, fine. If I know Brockhausen, he'll flip his complete lid when he sees that.
Let him flip it. I'm only doing him a favor by running this joint for him. I come down here to buy a puppy from him.
You bought a pup?
Yep.
Oh, that shouldn't happen to a dog.
Well, he isn't going to keep it, Doctor. He's going to sell it to Mr. McDonald.
For $50.
That's the puppy there, the little brown and white one.
He looks like you, McGee. I've got the time to gab now. The reason I stopped in was to leave this box for Brockhausen.
What's in the box?
My housekeeper's cat. Brockhausen's going to board it while she...
Hey, don't take the lid off in here, Doc.
What do you mean, don't take the lid off?
There's
I'm
a
going
bunch
to leave
of
the cat
birds
with you.
flying.
Hey, there's too many dogs in here. Keep the box closed, mutt brain.
Don't tell me what to do, you little rum-dum.
Hey!
Brockhausen expects this cat today. Come on, kitty.
Hey, oh, no! Get that cat off my head!
The King's Men and oh-hee-oh-hi-oh-ho.
Oh, hee-oh-hi-oh, there's a girl I used to know. I don't think much, but when I do, I think about that girl I knew. In oh-hee-oh-hi-oh, oh, in oh-hee-oh-hi-oh. Have breakfast in Ohio, eat lunch Hi-yo-ho, there's a girl I used to know. I don't think much, but when I do, I think about that girl I knew. Him-no-hee-yo, hi-yo-ho. Him-no-hee-yo, hee-yo, hee-yo.
Well, I think we're all right now, dearie. I got all the dogs back into their pens all right.
And I got all the canaries chewed into Brokehouse's office back there in the back. Shut the door.
Are they all right?
you ought to look in back there. 62 canaries flying around a room that size is quite a sight.
Well, I'd rather not look. Did you see poor Dr. Gamble fly out that front door with the cat hanging onto his ear?
Well, serves him right, the big lummox. Doggone it, I wish Brokehausen would get back here now. I want to get this puppy over to old man McDonald and collect that $50.
Well, maybe this is him coming now.
Oh,
Somebody... Oh, no, it's Ole. Hello, Ole.
Well, hello, missus. Hello, McGee.
Hi, Ole. What can I do for you?
Well, you could call me Barry's Brokehausen, the fella that runs the pet shop.
Oh, he's out with a delivery right now, Ole. We're running the store till he gets back.
So what do you want to buy, boy? If you're after a brown and white puppy, they're all sold. I bought it.
Just relax, McGee. All I want is a box of flea powder.
Flea powder? What do you want with flea powder?
Well, I'll tell you, McGee. I got a little pet flea, and her nose is shiny. She's got a date tonight, and my missus bought her a new lipstick, but her powder puff is empty.
Okay. Don't be a wise guy.
Well, you ask a dumbhead question, you get a wise guy answer.
Here, Ole, here's your flea powder. Can we sell you anything else? How about a pet of some kind for the children?
Oh, no, thanks, Mrs. V. We got no shortage of pets at my house. The yointest yumping.
I'll bet your kids do bring home some strange ones, eh, Ole?
You said so, McGee.
Yeah?
My littlest kid, little Sven, he's got a pet named Cuddles. She's a porcupine.
Oh,
For goodness sake.
And my middle kid, little Ole, his pet is named Baby Doll. It's a lizard.
My gosh.
Now my daughter Christina brings home her pet.
Oh?
She calls it Lammykins.
What is it?
It's a fullback. Beefcake Wilson, his real name is.
Yeah.
He makes end runs at the kitchen and passes at the icebox.
Big eater, is he?
McGee, he's just plain murder. Last week, Christina brings him home for Sunday dinner. Beefcake eats a pot roast for a family of 6, 3 pounds of my Mrs. Swedish meatballs.
Wow.
And the next thing we know, he's putting ketchup on little Sven, my middle kid.
So these days, well, you're going to have to do something about that boy, Ole.
And that's what I told my daughter Christina. I says, Christina, we just can't feed that fella after night. Your papa don't make that much money. She's a fine girl. She's taking care of it.
Oh, going to give him the pitch, huh?
No, she's finding an extra job for her papa to make more money. So long.
What time is it, Molly?
About 1/2 past.
Doggone it, where's that guy Brokehausen? I want to take this puppy over to McDonald's before that bank closes. Yes, sir. You're the puppy I mean, son. I'm going to grab a fast $50 for you, boy.
McGee, how goes it?
Oh, fine, Brokey. And it's about time you got back here. Give him the $10, Molly, and let's take our puppy and get out of here.
Here you are, Mr. Brokehausen. $10.
And, Brokey, when you go to the office back there, be careful how you open that door.
What? What do you mean?
Well, there's a little surprise for you back there, boy. Come on, Molly. Come on, puppy. Let's go. Boy, oh boy, the big payoff is coming, kiddo. I hope old man McDonald is in.
So do I. Hang on to the puppy.
Don't worry. This little $50 bundle of brown and white greenbacks ain't going to get away from me. Now, take it easy, boy. Open the door for me, will you? Thanks. This is just an example of what a guy can do when he's alert and wide awake, kiddo. When I heard old man McDonald say he'd give $50 for a brown and white puppy, I knew immediately this is his office right here.
Hush, puppy, hush.
Yeah. Quiet, boy. Down, boy. Hi, Mac.
Who let you in
in here, McGee?
Nobody let me in, Mac. You see,
What do you want?
Well, you remember a talk you were having with Cy Pearson on Oak Street today?
You mean on the way to lunch?
Right.
Yes, I do. We were discussing flowers.
Flowers.
Yes, Mr. Pearson and I are amateur gardeners.
Uh-huh.
We grow rare flowers. I was telling him that I'd give $50 for a brown and white poppy.
A poppy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now get out of here and take that silly-looking dog with you. Good day.
Come on, Poppy.
Fibber and Molly return in a moment. Millions of women have found out they save food and save work with Reynolds Wrap, the original and genuine, the pure aluminum foil. Here's an example that you should try. Wrap your leftovers in Reynolds Wrap and then reheat them right in the same foil wrapping. Take meatloaf, for instance. Bake it first in Reynolds Wrap so you keep the juices in, so you get less oven shrinkage and more meat, and no scouring. Then, after the meal, wrap what's left in Reynolds Wrap and store it in the refrigerator. When you want to serve it again, take the whole package, just as it is, and put it into the oven. It will reheat with the moisture and the goodness sealed in. Stock up on Reynolds Wrap at your grocer's. Standard 25-foot rolls and jumbo economy rolls, 75 feet. Also, heavy-duty Reynolds Wrap, half a yard wide. Ask for Reynolds Wrap, made by the world's largest producers of aluminum foil, the Reynolds Metals Company.
Ladies and gentlemen, your help is urgently needed in the fight against one of this country's deadliest enemies.
That enemy is polio, a vicious killer that hit our people harder this past year than ever before in the nation's history.
The only way you and I can fight this crippling disease is with money, with our donations to the March of Dimes.
Polio can be stopped, and it will be stopped, but it takes a lot of money. So send your dimes and your dollars to your local March of Dimes headquarters, and dig deep, please.
Good night.
Good night, all.
The Reynolds Metals Company, pioneers of progress through aluminum, brings you Fibber McGee and Molly each week at this time. Reynolds Aluminum also brings you Mr. Peepers, starring Wally Cox on NBC television Sunday night. See your local paper for time and channel. And don't forget to be with us again next Tuesday night. Good night.
Tonight, play Two for the Money with Herb Schreiner on NBC.
The Reynolds Aluminum Program with Fibber McGee and Molly. The Reynolds Metals Company, makers of Reynolds Aluminum, presents Fibber McGee and Molly, transcribed with Bill Thompson, Gail Gordon, Dick LeGrand, Gil Stratton Jr., and me, Harlow Wilcox. The show is written by Phil Leslie and Keith Fowler and directed by Max Hutto, with music by the King's Men and Billy Mills Orchestra. Whatever needs brightening and protecting around your home, farm, or industrial buildings, you'll find the best and brightest protector is liquid aluminum. You just brush or spray on liquid aluminum like any paint, but the result is unique. It's like a coat of real metal, a shining armor of rust-proof aluminum. Brighten your basement with liquid aluminum. Paint the pipes, ducts, furnace, and water pump so they resist rust. Put a protecting coat of liquid aluminum on your window screens, gutters, garden tools, fences. Sparkle up your kitchen, too. Make dark cupboards gleam with a surface that's easy to clean. For one-coat, low-cost protection for rustable metal or composition roofs, use liquid aluminum roof coating. Your roof will last much longer, and it will reflect heat, too, reducing inside summer temperatures as much as 15 degrees. Look for the gleaming liquid aluminum label at your paint dealers. Most leading brands are manufactured with Reynolds aluminum pigment. During 1953, science and industry are expected to take great strides forward. Literature, however, is about to be set back a few hundred years. Because look who's planning to write a book. As we join Fibber McGee and Molly.
And this new book of mine that I'm going to start writing tonight, kiddo, will split this town open like a dropped watermelon.
Sounds a little seedy to me.
It'll be sensational, but see, I'm calling this epic of mine Inside Wistful Vista. It's going to be a gossip book. Bestseller.
Gossip.
All the inside dope on who's doing what that they hadn't ought to do and not telling anybody. Fibber McGee tells all.
Now, McGee, that's not a very nice
I'm going to give my readers all the lowdown on all the high-ups in town. Stuff like, why did old man McDonald of the Third National Bank give a certain bank examiner a new yacht for Christmas?
Did he do that?
I don't know, but I'll find out. That's the kind of stuff that sells books. You write a book about Napoleon, for instance, saying what a great guy he was, and you won't make a dime.
Yeah, but even so.
But you'll make $1 million if you write one that says he always kept his hand inside his coat so he could scratch the place where he was stuck with a pickle fork by the wife of an Italian duke he got gay with at a spaghetti dinner.
I think you just put your finger on an important literary principle there.
You betcha. My Inside Wistful Vista will be a literary masterpiece.
Uh-huh.
Yes, sir. Take its place with them other great flats, like the Rover Boys in the State Department. And the Five Little Peppers and how they goofed off.
I do know that's pretty fast company, dearie. Just how do you go about getting material for this thing?
Don't worry, I got a gimmick, kiddo. The whole town is busy gathering gossip for me right now.
Oh?
Yes, sir. I put an ad in the paper. Put it in yesterday. It'll get me all the dope on everybody.
An ad?
Yeah, yesterday's Gazette. Here, read it. There, right there.
Do you know any stuff about local people that's too hot for the newspapers to print?
Yeah.
Send it to Box 77.
That's right.
Gossip, rumors, snide remarks gratefully received.
Yeah.
Heavenly days.
What'll write my bestseller for me, Tootsie? Everybody will send in stories about everybody else. All I got to do is copy them down, publish them, and get famous.
Or get killed.
Don't you worry. You'll share my fame, too. After my book comes out, why, every time you leave the house, people will point at you and say, ah, there's the guy that wrote Inside Wistful Vista's wife.
Well, I have news for you, sweetheart. If your book comes out, I won't leave the house at all.
Are you kidding, Molly? Why, this will be the biggest thing since... Now, this might be somebody with a hot yarn right now. Come in.
Oh, it's the old timer. Come in.
Hello there, kids. Hi, daughter. Hi, Johnny. What's new?
I'll tell you what's new, boy. You're the first to hear this. I am about to become an author.
Oh, isn't that exciting? I just love authors, Johnny.
Good.
Used to play authors all the time when I was just a kid.
Well, now, wait a
I remember
minute.
a hot game we had one night where Papa was holding two Longfellows and a pair of Rudy Kiplings,
Well,
and I had Louisa May Alcott's back to back. Papa shuffled and dealt again, and
Okay. That's fascinating stuff, but that ain't what I'm interested in. I'm going to write a book, see? A gossip book. I'm calling it Inside Wistful Vista.
Well, now, that sounds real cozy.
I thought you might know some hot gossip, old-timer. Inside stuff about things people did that they hadn't ought to done.
Well, Johnny, you came to the right party.
Good.
I can give you enough low-down, dirty stuff about Clarence Grigsby to fill the encyclo and run over into the pedia.
Now, who's that Clarence Grigsby?
That's right, daughter. They hadn't ought to doingest fellow that ever done it.
Okay, let's have the dope. I'll take it down.
Well, Clarence started his career peddling real estate.
Real estate?
Used to tie wax fruit on scrub oak trees and sell the land for an orchard.
That's the kind of stuff I want. Let me write that down. How many G's in Grigsby?
No, ain't sure, Johnny, but you can check by looking at his tombstone.
Tombstone? Mr. Grigsby's dead?
Well, if he ain't, he's been mighty quiet since 1937.
My gosh, old-timer, this don't help me. Ain't you got any gossip about somebody that's alive?
Now, let's see. I know some stuff about Jethro Dunn. Nope, he passed on in 31.
Oh, for Pete's sake.
Wait, I got some stuff on Luke Devine. Nope, went to glory in 29.
Okay, keep trying.
There's Hank McGrew. Nope, 22.
I'm afraid you may as well give up, Mr. Oldtimer.
Does seem like I specialize in the cemetery set. Now, that's about all the news I got, son, unless you'd be interested in that rich country club president, old J. Pierpont Saxful.
Oh, yes, he's the one who wears the expensive toupees, McGee.
Yeah, what about him? What about him? You catch him stealing?
No, he's been secretly trying a new hair restorer.
Yeah?
Been rubbing it into his scalp every day for a month. Just now, got results.
Helped him, did it?
Well, his head is still as bald as ever, but he's now got the hairiest hands in town.
Billy Mills in the orchestra and Vera Darrow.
Let me see. Are you still making notes for that alleged book?
Yeah, but I can really get going on it after I go downtown and collect the mail from my ad, Molly. Boy, I'll bet them letters give me more nasty gossip about people than anybody.
Well, I wish you'd just forget the whole idea, McGee.
Forget it. Why, Molly, when my inside Wistful Vista hits the stands, I'll be the toast of the town.
Yes. I could just see them toasting you now. By holding you over an open fire. And if I can find a few sticks of kindling, I'll...
Hold the kindling, kiddo, hold it. Come in.
Good morning, Mrs. McGee. Mr. McGee?
Good morning, Ed.
Hi, Ed. You bring the stuff I ordered from the drugstore?
Yes, sir. 2 pounds of paper and a dozen pencils.
Good.
Boy, you must be writing a book.
That's just what I'm doing, writing a book.
Boy, you top me every time. Oh, he's a killer, Mrs. McGee.
Yes. How's your girlfriend, Ed, little Virginia?
Virginia? Oh, we broke up weeks ago. She even returned the engagement ring I made for her.
You made her an engagement ring?
Out of the handle of the spoon I mixed my first ice cream soda with. Sir, when we first got engaged, we promised that if either of us ever met someone we cared for more, we'd tell the other one straight from the shoulder.
Oh, did she meet someone?
4 guys the first week.
Oh, dear.
So I broke it up, just like that.
Were you pretty hurt about it, Ed?
Oh, the night she gave me my ring back, I was really fractured. I was a broken man. I just walked blindly down the street with a terrible feeling of emptiness inside.
Where'd you walk to?
The hot dog stand at 14th and Oak. I walked blindly in there to do something about that feeling of emptiness.
Yeah, well, there's nothing like a hot dog to take your mind off a cold romance.
Gee, fate does things in wonderful ways, because there behind that counter was the girl of my dreams, Olivia.
Olivia. So you have a new girl.
Oh, yes, and this is it, Mrs. McGee. Olivia's wearing the engagement ring I made, and I'm wearing a sentimental token from her, a watch fob.
Did Olivia make the watch pop?
Yes, sir. From the skin of the first frankfurter she ever broiled.
Oh, boy. This is real. Yeah, Olivia. So long. Well, I better unwrap this hot dog, or this paper, and sharpen the pencil. Oh, dad it, I forgot something.
What?
I meant to tell Kramer to send me a pipe.
Oh?
All us literary men smoke pipes. Hand me the phone. I'll have to call. Thanks. Hello, operator. Give me Kramer's drugstore at the corner of 14th and... Oh, is that you, Mert?
Oh, dear.
How's every little thing, Mert? Says it. What's that? Your uncle's living in a new place now.
Literary man.
Below the Mexican border, eh?
Her uncle moved to Mexico?
No, he's still in the boarding house on Oak Street. He's got a new room under a boarder named Carlos Hernandez. What name, Mert? Okay. Line's busy.
Hello, Molly. Hi, pal.
Hello, Mr. Wilcox.
Hi, Junior. Say, you get around town a lot. You know any new gossip?
Gossip?
Yeah, I'm writing a book called Inside Wistful Vista. Going to be the hottest bunch of stories since the library fire. You got any news I can use?
Well, let's see. I could tell you about a couple down the street, the Browns.
I know them Browns.
Well, she left him last night.
Oh, dear.
Went home to her mother.
Oh, no.
That's the stuff I'm looking for, Junior. Give me the details.
Well, she caught him doing something yesterday that he had promised her he would never do.
Yeah, what, Junior? What you catch him doing? What you catch him?
Messing up her kitchen range.
Oh?
He was frying a skillet of bacon and spattering grease all over the stove.
Oh, that is bad.
Yeah, well, go on.
Well, I happened in during the argument, and right away I saw the problem.
Yeah?
So I hauled out a roll of Reynolds wrap, that pure aluminum foil that I have in my pocket.
You carry that around in your pocket, Mr. Wilcox?
Oh, sure, Molly. The first time I saw Reynolds wrap, I made up my mind that I'd always carry a sample.
Okay, Junior. We know you're sample-minded. Get on with your gory story.
Okay, well, sir, I showed the Browns how to keep a stove clean with Reynolds wrap, the original and genuine, the pure aluminum foil.
Yeah, but what that's got to do with it?
I told them how people with electric ranges line the reflector pans under the heating units with it. Just crimp it in place around the edges, and it catches grease and spilled things and keeps them off the stove itself. So you don't have to scour your stove, you see.
Yeah, but the wife.
You just replace the Reynolds wrap when it gets soiled.
Yeah, but
Mrs. Brown has a gas range, and there's just one large drip pan under all the burners. So I showed them how to take 2 sheets of Reynolds aluminum foil and double fold the edges together and smooth it over the whole pan.
Yeah, but you said she went home, Junior. Went home to her mother, she went.
That she did, pal.
Good.
When I got through telling her about Reynolds wrap, how you can get it in 25-foot rolls, also in the big jumbo economy rolls, 75 feet long, she ran all the way home to her mother's house just to tell her about it.
But she said she left her husband.
Yes, sir. Left him out in the kitchen with a roll of Reynolds wrap, just having himself a time.
I got a strange feeling I've been made use of.
That Mr. Wilcox is a slick one, isn't he?
Slippery as a family of eels and a tub of butter. You'll be sorry he didn't help me, though, when my book gets to be a bestseller. Hey, what time is it?
About half past.
Let's go downtown and get that mail. You get your hat, and I'll get a basket to carry the letters in, because there must be a million of them by now. You don't want them.
Come in. Oh, good morning, Ole.
Good morning, Mrs. And for you likewise, McGee.
Hi, Ole. Hey, I got some big news today, boy.
McGee, I tell you 100 times, don't call me boy.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I wasn't a boy since I was a kid.
Okay.
If you enjoy calling somebody boy, I bring my little boy's fan over here.
Okay.
You can call him boy till it freezes over.
All right, it won't happen again. Listen to the news, will you? I'm going to write a book.
Oh, is that so? I wrote a magazine once.
You wrote a magazine?
Popular Mechanics. I wrote and say what happened to my subscription. Strike a yoke, McGee. Why aren't you laughing?
Just stubborn, I guess. My book's called Inside Wistful Vista. It's full of gossip. You know any I could use?
No, McGee, I ain't much for gossip.
Oh? Why not?
Well, what do I care to know about so-and-so that's been acting like a so-and-so? I don't like the so-and-so anyhow.
I think you're absolutely right, Ole.
Well, I'm going to make gossip pay off. Pretty soon I'll be flashing $5 bills around, eating pot roast under glass, keeping my cigars in the humidor. You know what a humidor is?
Oh, sure. I was reading about the bull in Spain that was killed by a humidor, yeah?
no. That's a matador, Ollie.
It is?
Yeah.
Well, anyway, the bull tried to eat a matador full of cigars that somebody dropped. It stuck in his throat and choked him.
Well, that was a humidor, Ollie.
McGee, you said it was a matador.
I thought you meant matador.
I said humidor.
I was thinking about the guy who fights the bulls in Spain.
Was you ever in Spain, McGee?
No, not personally.
Then I was. I traveled there before the war.
Okay, then what do you call the guy who gets in the ring with a bull and waves a red flag at him?
A silly jackass.
Oh?
What do you call him, a humidor?
Oh.
The King's Men, and blow the man down.
There once was a skipper become on the seas. Where whistled all day, but in vain for a breeze. Give me some time to blow and down. Blow the man down. Then the wind blew up a terrible gale. Blow the man down. Kept the ship flying with nary a sail. Give me some time to blow the man down. Blow the man down. A beautiful maid was reclining, a maid so lovely and fair. The sailor sees naught of his danger, and tries like golden hair. And soon will the breakers engulf both ship and sailor boys strong. When thus in her power she binds them, one more alive with her song. Well, that is the story they tell of the sea. Some say it's true, but I'll never agree. Give me some time to blow them down.
Gee, I'll bet that newspaper box is just busting with hot news for my book by now, Molly. Come on, let's hurry on down there.
I'll walk as far as the Gazette office with you, and then I'll go to the grocery store and meet you back home.
Okay. Boy, this will be the biggest expose I've handled since the time I caught the principal kissing Miss Fiditch in the third-grade cloakroom and blew the whistle on him.
You mean you wrote a story about them?
No, I snuck up behind him and blew a whistle out of a Cracker Jack box. Miss Fiditch gave a scream like she'd sat on a blowtorch, and he turned her loose like her nose was on fire. Boy, that was... Look who's coming down the street. Look who's coming down the street.
Well, Mayor Latrivia. Hello there, Mr. Mayor.
Well, good afternoon, Molly. McGee?
Hi, Latrivia.
You seem to be in a good humor today, Mr. Mayor. What's new?
Well, I've just come from a luncheon, Molly. The annual press club luncheon for the governor.
Oh, annual, huh? That the one they have every year?
Yes. The press boys do a little skit kidding our state politics every year, and this time they let me in on it.
Oh?
Various reporters played the parts of politicians, and I took the role of the governor.
Wasn't he looking?
Looking?
The governor, when you grabbed his buns. Were they Parker House rolls or hot biscuits? Because hot biscuits...
Oh, no, not at all, no. I'm afraid you're not quite with me here, McGee.
If you're going to turn out to be a biscuit snatcher, I'm not with you.
Sir, the city feeds you well, Mr. Mayor. You don't have to eat the governor's rolls when the poor...
Now, just a moment, please. Let's not get out of focus here. I did not eat the governor's rolls, is that clear?
Oh, you just swiped them for laughs, huh, did you?
No, of course not. Oh. Look, I'm trying to tell you that in the little skit, the entertainment we had today, I was sort of the star. I took the major role.
Heavenly day. He swiped the major's rolls, too.
No.
Well, you could be court-martialed for that, Homer. Stealing bread from the military.
Oh, stop. This is ridiculous. There wasn't even a major there at all, you understand?
Oh, well, if the major didn't show up, you had as much right to eat his rolls as anybody else.
Yeah, no. Now, if you just listen to me for a minute, I'll explain this whole thing again.
Shoot.
We had a luncheon.
Right.
We had a little entertainment.
Yes?
During the entertainment, I played the governor. Understand?
Oh, that's how you did it, is it?
Yes. You see?
By George, that rips it. That does it. Playing up to the governor and stealing the bran muffins right off his plate while he crutched.
I didn't steal the stuffing. Steal the muffin and stuffing off his plate. His gate. When I said I hooked the revenue roll, I took the shoveling roll. You were the one who said...
McGee?
Yes, Mr. Mayor?
A friend of mine brought something home last week that I'd like to get for you.
Oh?
I'd like you to have it for the rest of your life.
Isn't that sweet?
Yeah, well, gee, thanks a lot, Latrell. What is it?
Pneumonia.
Well, I'll gather up my mail, kiddo, and get my book rolling. I'll see you back home after a while.
Oh, hurry, dearie.
Inside Wistful Vista. I'll blow the lid off of this town and make $1 million.
My, these groceries are heavy. I can hardly carry them. Only bought $40 worth, too. I hope I can ring this doorbell with my knee because both hands are... Ah, there. I suppose McGee is up to his neck reading his nasty letter. News too hot for the papers to print, he says. It's a horrible way to write a book.
I have to come to the door. My wife ain't home. Oh, it's you, kiddo.
Take this bag, will you? It's heavy.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Set 'em right here on the hall table. I didn't hear you coming up the walk, kiddo. I was just sitting here working on a crossword puzzle.
Puzzle? What about your book?
Pata. Who wants to write a book? Let the authors do that.
No mail, huh?
What you mean, no mail? Look over there by the piano, kiddo.
Heavenly days, a bag full.
Over a bushel of them. Hot tips, dirty cracks, snide remarks, vicious rumors, and some plain truth. Why, there's stuff enough there for 6 books. But I'm not going to write them.
Good for you.
No, sir. When I realized the misery, the unhappiness, the grief that a nasty book like that would cause, well, I'm just not the kind of a guy to write it, kiddo. Not me.
Mother is proud of you.
Besides, it wouldn't make a good book anyhow. Too monotonous. All the stuff in all them letters is about the same guy.
The same person? Who?
Me. Light the fire in the fireplace, will you? I got enough trash to burn to heat the house till the next...
Fibber and Molly return in a moment. Wherever you see an ordinary nail exposed to outdoor weather, you know what else you'll see. Rust. That's right, rust. On many a new home, you'll see the white clapboard siding all streaked with rust from every nail head, calling for the expensive job of deep setting and puttying each nail, then painting again. On the farm, too, it's a common story. Nails rusting and pulling loose, constant repairs. And the solution is really so simple. Keep your workshop stocked with Reynolds Lifetime aluminum nails. They come in sizes and types for almost every use. They cannot rust or stain. They drive well, hold firm. Ask your hardware or building supplies dealer for Reynolds Lifetime Aluminum Nails. Look to aluminum for progress. And to the Reynolds Metals Company for progress through aluminum.
Ladies and gentlemen, on this Inauguration Day, 1953,
Oh, is that
the
weird?
American people have just welcomed a great man to a great big job.
Inauguration Day.
We salute President Eisenhower.
I'm sure we speak for all Americans when we say that our minds and our hearts and our prayers are with our new chief and our gracious new First Lady.
You know, running this country is a big job. Hey, Molly, you suppose I ought to hop on a plane and fly down?
No, McGee. If he needs you, he'll send for you.
Good night.
Good night, darling.
Can't wait for one damn show to play on the same day. Anniversary.
Reynolds Metals Company, pioneers of progress through aluminum, brings you Fibber McGee and Molly each week at this time. Reynolds Aluminum also brings you Mr. Peepers, starring Wally Cox, on NBC television Sunday nights. See your local paper for time and channel. And don't forget to be with us again next Tuesday night. Good night.
Transcribed. Tonight, play Two for the Money with Herb Schreiner on NBC.
What?
The Reynolds Aluminum Program with Fibber McGee and Molly. Reynolds Metals Company, makers of Reynolds Aluminum, presents Fibber McGee and Molly, transcribed with Bill Thompson, Arthur Q. Bryan, Dick LeGrand, and me, Harlow Wilcox. The show is written by Phil Leslie and Keith Fowler and directed by Max Hutto with music by the King's Men and Billy Mills Orchestra. Fly over America's farmlands and you'll see a spectacular demonstration of Reynolds Lifetime Aluminum. Those shining buildings on the landscape are aluminum. They're the mark of modern barns and silos that the farmer will never have to paint because aluminum never rusts. They're the mark of prosperous farms where milk yield is high, where livestock and poultry thrive, because heat-reflecting aluminum keeps farm buildings cooler in summer, warmer in winter. Now, come down for a close-up of these farms. You'll see aluminum farm gates, so popular because they're very strong, yet light to hang and light to open. Out in the fields, Reynolds Aluminum Irrigation Pipe tells you here's another farmer who gets more income per acre with portable irrigation. Yes, from the ground to the shining cap of the silo, you'll see more and more Reynolds Aluminum doing a better job. Let it shine on your farm. For 24 hours, it's been snowing in Wistful Vista. And for 24 hours, a certain citizen has been beefing about it. The snow has stopped now, but the certain citizen is still going strong as we join Fibber McGee and Molly.
Yes, sir, that's what it is. It's a big, fat, cold mess, kiddo. That's what it is.
Now, McGee, a little snow won't hurt you. Come on, get your overcoat and let's take a walk.
No, sir, not me. I ain't going out in that snow and get chilblains. I ain't sure where my blains are, but I'm going to stay inside and keep the chill off of them anyway.
Well, I can't understand why you dislike snow. Just look at that row of trees all draped with snow. Isn't that a charming picture?
Oh, sure, real charming. Looks like a squad of tall soldiers drilling in their long underwear.
Well, now, if that's all you... Heavenly days. Look at that icicle.
What icicle? Where? What icicle?
Hanging from the corner of our roof.
Oh, wow.
It's the biggest one I've ever laid eyes on.
My gosh, that is a whopper. It must be 10 feet long.
Easily, and big around as a telephone pole.
Boy, oh, boy.
I'll bet there's not another one like it in town.
Or anywhere else. Boy, there's enough ice in that thing to keep your Uncle Dennis in highballs for a whole weekend.
You know, McGee, the Wistful Vista Gazette would probably like to take a picture of it. That's a remarkable icicle.
Hey, what an idea. A front-page picture with me standing there beside it. Fibber McGee and his giant icicle.
I thought you wouldn't go outside in the cold.
Took you to get my picture in the paper. I'd shinny up the North Pole in my birthday suit. Hey, maybe they take a whole flock of pictures. I'll call the Gazette and tell them to send a photographer over. And as soon as he gets here, we'll...
Hold it, company. Come in.
Hi, daughter. Hi, Johnny. Hot enough for you?
Hello, Mr. Alzheimer's.
Hi, Corny. Come in and close the door real easy. We got a giant icicle hanging from our roof, and I don't want nothing to shake it loose.
I saw that icicle. It ain't so much.
I suppose you've seen bigger.
Many's the time, Johnny, when I was a sweet dough up in Alaska.
Isn't that a sourdough?
I put sugar in mine, daughter.
You saw bigger icicles than the one I got?
Johnny, things was big up there. I remember one time I walked for 3 miles. When I stopped, I was still on the same snowflake.
How could that be?
Stuck to my shoe, daughter.
You want to know what I think? I don't think you were ever in Alaska at all.
Why, Johnny, you ruined me. Me and my partner traveled all over Alaska in a dog sled. We went from Fairbanks to Cloud Banks, and from Nome clean up to Yassam. Can't hear about the gold we come across by accident?
No, I don't think
Well,
we
sir,
no.
me and my partner found an Eskimo that was lost and hadn't aged for a week. We gave him some of that fat stuff. He cut off a whale.
Lover?
Cried like a baby. He told us, well, we could find this gold, but he warned us it wouldn't do us no good.
Did you get it anyhow?
Yes, but the Eskimo was right.
Yeah.
We took that gold back home, the government wouldn't let us spend a bit of it.
Why not?
The gold was so cold we couldn't thaw it out. The government said it was frozen assets.
Billy Mills, the orchestra, and Bye Bye Blues.
Just look at that beautiful icicle. It's going to get our picture in tomorrow's paper. That just shows you what a little foresight can do for a guy, Molly.
Forsyth.
Well, certainly. Remember last October when you kept harping at me day and night to clean the leaves out of the gutters?
Yes, I do. They're still there, too.
Right. If I'd have cleaned them gutters out, where would the melting snow that made this icicle be now?
Down the drain.
That's what I mean by foresight, kiddo. Just because I was thoughtful enough not to clean out them gutters, we got an icicle that's going to make us famous in the Wistful Vista Gazette.
When is the photographer coming?
4 o'clock, they said.
Well, I hope he isn't late, because in case you haven't noticed it, it's turning warmer out.
What?
Come in. Oh, good afternoon, Dr. Gamble.
Good afternoon, my dear. And a frigid look at you, dipper mouth. Hi, Stuart Stack. Loosen your girdle and relax a while, fat boy. Your hospitality overwhelms me, son, but I can't stay. Good. Just passing by and saw that icicle out there. That's quite a production. You betcha. Twice your height and probably half your weight.
The Gazette is coming to take a picture of it at 4 o'clock, Doctor.
4 o'clock? Oh, that's too bad. It'll never last. What do you mean, never last? Well, the wind is from the south, my boy. That thing will fall off of there in a couple of hours. Oh, I say that icicle will still be up there at 4 o'clock. You want to bet $5? It's a bet. Good, good.
Just a minute, boys. There'll be no gambling in this house unless the winner gives his winnings to the March of Dimes.
Well, that's a good idea, Molly. Right. And walk on tiptoe until 4 o'clock, kiddo, so we don't shake out too either. You know, it was so cold outside that my feet got numb. Is that all? Yeah, I better stamp them on the floor and restore the circulation.
Cut that out.
Big fat cheater. There, and you know it. Yeah, you're right, McGee. It was the trick of a cat. I'll go home now and be back at 4 to see who won. What time's it, kiddo?
11:30, and our icicle is still there.
Thanks, I'm scared to look myself.
You know, I believe it's getting a little colder. What's the thermometer say?
10 below zero.
Heavenly days, is it that cold?
No, the thermometer ain't accurate. I put it in the refrigerator to keep my courage up.
What time is it, dearie?
1:45, and the icicle's holding tight. I'll show Doc Gamble how much he knows.
Hello, Molly. Hi, pal.
Hello, Mr. Wilcox.
Hi, Junior. Now, take it easy closing that door. I've got a bet with Doc Gamble on how long that big icicle will stay up out there.
Okay. Hey, that's quite a hunk of hard water hanging there, pal.
Yes, the Gazette is sending a photographer out at 4 o'clock, Mr. Wilcox. Going to take a picture of it.
Hey, that's coincidence, Molly. I just left the Gazette office. Had a little hassle with the managing editor.
You did? What's the hassle about, Junior?
Oh, he ran a story on the weather that I didn't like. I went down and straightened him out good.
Yeah? Really talked turkey, did you?
No, we talked aluminum, pal. Oh. Reynolds aluminum, to be exact.
We could have guessed that.
He ran a story yesterday, and I can quote it exactly. It said, the current cold spell in Wistful Vista makes it a bit difficult to heat our homes properly. And whether I hit the ceiling.
Oh, well, that seems like a harmless statement, Mr. Wilcox.
I went into that editor and I said, are you kidding? What do you mean difficult, I said. Rum-dum knows the best and most economical way to keep your house warm in the winter is to have your walls and ceiling insulated with Reynolds aluminum reflective insulation.
Yeah, well, in newspapers...
Reynolds insulation gives you more warmth with less fuel, I said, because it reflects the heat rays from your furnace back into the room where they belong, I said.
Well, I'm sure...
I leaned right over his desk. And I said, look, you can personally carry home enough Reynolds aluminum insulation to put over the ceiling of a 6-room house. And at a cost of only about $40, I said. So don't be saying it's hard to heat your home. That's just stupid, I said. That's just stupid.
Hey, Junior. Stop beating on that table. If you jar my icicle loose,
I'm sorry, pal. Anyway, this editor just kind of looked at me. He didn't even get up.
Probably couldn't get up. You probably scared the pants off him.
Anyhow, that's what happened. The man agreed to buy some Reynolds insulation, and I gave him $40 less.
You gave him $40.
To repair his desk. I broke 2 legs off it. Goodbye now.
How's the icicle? Is it okay?
Still up there. My, it really is a big one, isn't it, dearie?
You said it. Reminds me of the icicle I once seen on Stickles Pickleworks in Peoria.
I never heard about that one.
You see, Bill Stickle was a pickle tycoon, and Bill Pickles were famous.
Yeah, but about the icicle.
Well, it started with the pickle down the roof of Stickles Pickleworks, and Stickles Pickle Packers seen it coming, so they stopped packing pickles and watched the icicle till old Bill Stickle got sore.
No sense of humor, huh?
No, well, it didn't exactly tickle Stickle to see the icicle because the output of pickles slowed down to a tickle. So Stickle took a pickle and chopped down the icicle, and the Packers all went back to packing pickles.
Say, did he pack bread and butter pickles? Because that's the kind that I... Come in and jam, please. Oh, hello, Ollie.
Well, hello, Mrs. McGee. Did you see that big icicle out there?
Yeah, we know. And close that door gently. Doc Gamble bet me it'll come in and fall down by 4 o'clock.
Oh, the doctor makes a silly bet. This storm stood up there for years. You couldn't took it loose if you tried. Look.
Oh, no, Ollie. Not the door.
The icicle, Dad, ratted if you shake it. Oh, let me look.
How is it, sweetheart?
Still up there.
My goodness. That was kind of silly of me. I thought you meant the door would fall down. That's a good joke on me.
Yeah. Oh, I'm glad you got such a fine sense of humor.
That the Simpsons always did have a good sense of humor, McGee. Back in Sweden, my cousin Skoll, he was quite a cut-up.
Really?
Every night, Skoll would go to see his girl, Mrs. He'd knock on the front door, and his girl would holler, "Who's outside?" And he'd holler, "Baby, it's Skoll outside." He was a very amusing fellow.
He sounds like sort of a Swedish Fred Whitney.
To him, Ollie. Probably too late to do any good.
Well, Cousin Skoll, he came to this country and fell in love with a girl over here, McGee.
Oh?
She was a college girl.
Oh?
Skoll asked her to marry him, but she said not unless you go to Yale.
So?
Well, to a Swede like Cousin Skoll, Yale don't mean college, it means the who's car. So he kicked the policeman, they put him in Yale, and the girl wouldn't even come to see him on Wednesday. So long, both you fellas.
My goodness, he went out quiet. My gosh, the way people come in here and try to tear this house down, that icicle never will stay up till 4 o'clock.
One more jar is liable to do it. See, let's lock the front door and just sit quietly until 4.
Well, if we lock the door, the next guy's beat it down with a sledgehammer. Hey, I got an idea. It's starting to freeze outside again. Oh, boy, if this works, that icicle will stay up there till summer.
What is it? What's the idea?
Well, if I take a hose and connect it to the... I'll fix it first. Now, show you, kiddo. Where's our garden hose?
Hose? Why, I think you...
Oh, I know. I put it away for the winter right here in the hall closet.
Oh, no, don't open that hose.
The icicle fall? Did it fall?
No, it's still hanging up there.
Well, then help me get this dad-ratted moose head off my neck.
And so in love.
The night when you first were there, in love with my soul, when I knew that you could care. Oh, want me and hurt me, deceive me, hurt me. I know. Oh, in love. Oh, in love with you, my Callahan, oh, where you go.
Got it?
Ah, boy, it works. Look up there on the roof, Molly. What? I got a hose connected to the laundry tub, see? Out through the basement window and up over the roof. And it's dripping nice and slow on my giant icicle.
Oh, for goodness sake.
Yeah, the thermometer's down to about 20 now, and as fast as that water drips onto the icicle, it freezes solid.
Ah, American ingenuity, wistful vista style.
You betcha. Old Pat's Gamble has to get up pretty early in the morning to win a bet for me, kiddo. By George, I'm not...
Well, it's too cold out here for me. Come on in the house.
No, you go ahead. I'm going to stay out here and guard my icicle, Molly. I only got about 20 minutes more to win my bet. You notice how it's growing? The icicle getting bigger?
Yeah, looks the same to me, though. Big, wet, and cold. Don't catch cold now.
Okay. Ah, there goes a good kid. And lucky, too. How many women does she know whose husbands have got the brains and the ingenuity to figure out a deal like this just to win a $5 bet? For that matter, how many of them would want to? I'm the type of guy...
Hi, mister.
Oh,
Hi.
hello there, Teeny. Pull up the front step and sit down.
Okay. What you doing, mister? What you doing? What's it?
Well, I'm keeping an eye on that icicle, sis, so don't fall.
Oh, boy. See, that must be the biggest icicle in the world, I bet you.
Sure. Easy.
Mm-hmm. Mister, what makes icicles? What makes them? What makes them icicles?
You mean to tell me you don't know how icicles got invented?
Mm-mm.
You don't know about young Jack Frost and the beautiful Snow Princess?
No, I don't, mister. Tell it to me, will you? Go on, tell it.
Well, you just settle back there and rest your snowsuit, sis, and I'll tell you.
Oh, boy. Let's go.
Well, sis, once upon a time...
I've heard it.
You haven't heard this one because I haven't even made it up yet. Now listen.
Okay.
Once upon a time, there was a big snow castle out past Dugan's Lake. And a beautiful young snow princess lived there with her wicked old father, King Brrr.
He sounds mean, mister. He sounds awful mean.
He was a very cold character.
Try not possible.
In fact, he was the only king I ever heard of who had a square heart.
Oh?
On account of because it was made out of an ice cube.
Oh?
Now, the little snow princess was in love with a poor but honest young fellow from the village here by the name of Jack Frost.
Oh?
Jack done odd jobs around town, like painting the leaves red and gold, and helping the pumpkins to get ripe for Thanksgiving, and putting the bite on people who went out without their mittens. We done a lot of artwork on the side, too, like lace designs on window panes, and touching up spider webs, and all stuff like that.
I love Jack Frost, I bet you. I think he's wonderful.
Well, the little snow princess loved him, too, but old King Brrr said he wasn't going to have his daughter marrying any poverty-struck artist, and he gave poor Jack the cold shoulder.
Oh.
So the kids decided to elope and get married, and one night off they went.
Oh, boy. Was she pretty, mister? And was she?
She was lovely, too. Her hair was full of moonlight.
Oh.
She was wearing a string of pearls on a cobweb, and
Oh.
Jack had put stars in her eyes, and she was beautiful. But old King Brrr heard about him eloping, and he got his army together and took out after him. And right where this house is now, they caught Jack Frost and his princess.
Oh, the poor kid.
Old King Brrr and his whole army was just about to grab him when all at once it happened.
This is the good part now. This is the good part, huh?
Yes. Their fairy godmother saw the trouble they were having, and she stepped in and waved her magic wand, and zingo. The wicked king and his whole army turned into icicles.
Oh, goody.
Then she waved her wand again, and all the icicles turned into little drips. Naturally, nobody wants a bunch of little drips hanging around, so they just sort of disappeared. Jack Frost and his princess lived happily ever after.
I'm glad.
But just to remind us what happened to wicked old King Brrr, the fairy godmother waves her wand every winter. And right over there by the house, you'll see a big icicle, king size. King Brrr. You like that story?
Oh, dear. That was just a wonderful story, Mr. McGee.
I enjoyed it.
It's so much more interesting than our teacher's theory of what causes icicles, Professor.
Mm-hmm.
Our teacher claims that an icicle is just a natural manifestation of nature.
Well,
caused by excessive moisture, such as melting snow,
yeah, but...
followed by periods of alternate thaw and freeze, thus crystallizing the moisture into a solidified pendant shape, or icicle. Will I tell her about old King Brrr? So long, mister.
Oh. Still think that kid's a midget.